They're the kind of people that, if you even stab them and they're bleeding out to death, they'll still call you a sissy and a wuss while drinking Gatorade until the bitter end. This guy is so wholesome looking. He just exudes so much passion for what he does. You know what? I would trust this guy with my wallet. Like, imagine there's like a giant monster looming over him and his friends, and he just says, "Hold my beer." However, it only seems to be the case with his bottom teeth. Not really sure how he eats with that. And could most likely beat me senseless if push comes to shove. The only thing that can make me watch it is either someone pays me to, or something like my, future wife really wants me to watch it or something. And with how I'm living my life right now, that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I like to think that someone forcefully pulled out its lips, and that's why it looks like that. It's my personal theory that Gege's avatar was designed to be as taunting and as stupid looking as possible, to make fans of a series want to grab him and pop his head like a grape. When you're reading Chainsaw Man, and your favorite character dies, and you look at him, and you're all like, oh, okay, just don't do it again, okay? And thank you to all those that commented as well, making jokes, cheering me on, making suggestions, and saying that I'm unfunny, in which I retaliate with, yeah, you're probably right, but I'm not sorry about it. One night, I was watching TV, and I got a very strange commercial break. Now going further down to South America, we have Brazil. Before I inevitably regurgitate old memes from 2020, I gotta get an accent for this one. Hello, governor. Hello. I'm so bad at this. Until the end, where they're on a roller coaster and it forces them apart, and it's left up to interpretation which one let go first, or maybe both of their arms were ripped off, I don't know. He eyes a baddie and sees that there's dog poop at the end of the stairs, and instead of just, telling her that there's poop and she can just, notice it and avoid it, and then they can make out. Not gonna lie, this literally happened just the other night while I was recording this. Yeah, I was just waking up, making breakfast, making some bacon, and then the power goes out, and it was only like, France was definitely on something with this one. They were smoking a little too many baguettes. These ads are like getting adrenaline shots directly into your heart, head, and both your ball sacks. Fun fact about this ad, whenever I was in the train in Japan, I actually saw pictures of this guy, so props to Takayuki Yamada for being super cool. Hello everybody, it's me again. What? Where? What's happening?
You have made a grave mistake.
Gonna need to be more specific.
In your mangaka video, you forgot to include me.
I don't know, man. Felt like I got all the essential ones.
You thought Kagurabachi was essential?
Absolutely.
This.
Wait a minute. I know who you are. You're Hidehiko Araki. I knew this day would come. Why didn't you include me?
I'm sorry, I wanted to, I really did, but you don't have an avatar.
Yeah, come and see! I literally do! It's me! But that's more like a self-portrait, don't you think? Oh, not good enough for you, huh? How about this? Bro, that's just Jonathan. Just put me in! Alright then. I guess we're doing this the hard way. Hey, wait, what do you think you're doing? Hello, me. It's sorry. Hello, everybody. It's me again. Back again with another video. Sorry, my head kinda hurts. Man, it's hard to judge this one. It doesn't really meet the requirements of an avatar that I'm looking for. It's kinda like being an art teacher who assigns a project, and then one of your students turns in something completely different from the assignment, but it's like still really good, so you don't know how to grade it. Where the apple is constantly pushed to the brink due to the cat's incompetence. I'm feeling a light to a decent 7 on these two. I have to really thank you guys for this suggestion, because I started reading Undead Unluck because of those comments, and now, as of writing this out, I literally can't put it down. When doing more extensive research on these avatars, i.e. me going to Barnes & Noble and taking pictures of manga like a gremlin, it definitely seems like if I look away for 0.3 seconds, it would somehow destroy my house and invest all my money into Dogecoin.
Hey, Kay. I think I broke my arm.
Oh shoot, dude. Here, maybe, I think I can fix it.
Thanks, Kay.
She looks like she would sell Flintstones vitamins to Cayman and Nikaido. Why is he picking up an apple? Why does he look so sad about it? Why is he missing his left arm? And finally, that hair. I can't tell if that's hair or something else. Brushstrokes tell their tales. Souls mirrored in paint and clay. Feathers mask us all. Sorry if that sounded poetic. I was getting some inspiration from some haikus. This was an awful idea. It's kinda like Furudate saw everyone doing their avatars, felt like it was part of the assignment, made one himself, and this is what he came up with. So imagine this nervous chicken was instead a blunt, unapologetic butthole that is entitled to the success of his manga. Why'd you make it yellow? It kinda looks like Pikachu to me. Well, if you dislocated its snout and then lobotomized him. Oh, what's this? A clover? Weird, it's black for some reason. Strange. Anyway, our next mangaka is Kiichi Ano. Oh, Jack, stop overreacting. It's not that creepy, you're probably saying. Well, here, let me convince you. Need I say more? Just look at him. He'd look like if I just touch his shoulder, he'd get a heart attack. They honestly look like they have a father and daughter dynamic, where the father is very much overworked and wondering how to put food on the table this month, and then his little shark baby gives him an art project and all of his stress goes away. Boichi's avatar is this little robo baby. Jesus, like I'm running a freaking daycare here. Boichi's avatar is cute and all, but I feel like I'm getting a little desensitized by all these children lying around. Hashino's avatar, which is, which one is her? I forget, we'll just do all three. I can imagine that the premise would be they are trying to take over the world, with this stitched mouth guy being the main focus. He's the devious one that comes up with all the elaborate plans. I also headcanon that his mouth is stitched up because he says the most out-of-pocket crap and can't be trusted. The big round one is the peacemaker and always has a big smile on his face, but he's also stern. The small one is just the wild card. Wait, hold on, this is just Invader Zim. And then rank him on a tier list. I'm sorry. I genuinely think I might have a problem. Before, everybody knew him as Steve, aka the trigger for every bomb that goes off in your local movie theater.
Chicken jockey!
While I was watching this movie, my dad was watching it with me and was geeking out seeing all these actors that he knew and I didn't recognize because I was too young. Okay, that makes my dad sound very old. I'm sorry, Dad. More of just like sitting there looking handsome. Okay, maybe it's working, but that's all he's good at in this movie. For that, he gets a C tier. Speaking of C, do you know what's right next to it? B. And do you know what starts with the letter B? Brad Pitt. You probably know that his first theatrical role was Disney's Remember the Titans back in 2000, except nope, you're wrong! I know that he was only 16 when this movie came out, but I don't have sympathy for the younger man. He will receive my judgment, my verdict for him being C tier.
You just sound like an idiot. You're not gonna be able to sleep with her, man.
No, dude, I don't want to talk a lot of okay? But she's gonna be at the party, and she's gonna be drunk, and she likes me at least a little, enough to get with me. At the very least, I'll make out with her.
Okay, can you just get out of here and we'll talk about this later?
Evan, we're down 2 points.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer. It's soccer.
Wow, Jack, that was a great selection so far. Who's gonna be next? Well, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to guess. Ow! What? Wait, was that a hint? Good, guys, I'm gonna come a little closer. Come on. This movie is bad. Like, really bad. Not only is it the third installment to an already niche series, not only is it a direct-to-video film, it does the most unforgivable thing a movie can do. Be boring. And all I could think about throughout the rest of the movie after watching that was, wish I was watching that movie. Well, back to watching this. Jumping all the way from the 80s to the 2010s. Wait, wasn't Frenemies from 2012 Zendaya's first movie? Excellent observation, fellow viewer. You have proven yourself of being a huge nerd! Ho ho! Sound the alarm, got you good! What is the point of the degeneracy that I admittedly just skipped or just played Brawl Stars while it happened? None. There was no point. I mentioned that Julia Roberts' first movie was Mystic Pizza, and then my mom's ears perked up like a dog, and then she started telling me how amazing the movie was. And then I said, do you think I'd like it? The story follows three sisters, Kat, Daisy, and Joja. Hey, no, get out of here! I have officially moved out of my parents' house, and now an independent boy. God, this sucks.